to interview Professor Oku from the University of Electrocommunications. So at first I would like to know what do you think about the benefits of celebrating International Mother Language Day in our university?
Okay. I have three answers to the question, the benefit of this event. Okay. First of all, through this event, I hope many people, students, citizens, young and old, will recognize or re-recognize the importance of respecting and admiring any language, culture, way of life in the world. There are thousands of languages, I believe, in the world. Any single language, any single culture, any single way of life in the world should be respected and admired, obviously. And we know, theoretically, you don't have to talk about it. Anyone knows that. But through this event, I hope the participants will re-recognize and feel the importance of the event, of the importance of diversity of languages, cultures, ways of life, religions, whatever, which exist, which have existed in the world. Second, okay, through this event, I hope and I believe most of the participants, and hopefully all of the participants, will be more and more interested in communicating with the world. How? In communication, we will have to use language. Smile is not enough. Sharing food is not enough. Sharing dancing is not enough. It does work, but it will not work perfectly. We can't help but use language. Language is for communication. In which language? Japanese, no. I'm very sorry. Personally. Bengalese? Sorry, no. Chinese? Probably no. Well, you know, English. But before going to English, how about Esperanto? Esperanto was invented by Zamenhof, a Jewish person, who hoped there would be eternal peace in the world. And in order to realize that, he thought we need to have the common language, not language spoken by one particular nation or people. So he thought he had to create a language. It's called Esperanto, which means hope. Unfortunately, the new language, Esperanto, did not spread to the world. I'm sorry, I have no word of Esperanto, so I have to learn it one day. How about UNL, which you have pursued? United Network Language.
Universal Networking Language.
Sorry. I'm very sorry, but Universal Network Language, which you will refer to later. Okay.
Yeah.
And in the future possible language, I hope, but it has not been realized yet anyway. So
actually,
okay.
For example, the Esperanto was the natural language which people had to learn, and
yes.
UNL is the language for the computer to understand natural languages. So I mean, theoretically, we can think like UNL can work as Esperanto, but the whole world people do not have to learn the UNL. On the other
Not
hand,
have to.
do not have to. So the
Mm.
computer will translate
Mm.
all the world languages based on the UNL system. So UNL works as an interlingua inside the computer. So any machine device, like in mobile or in internet or in any computer device, can able to use the UNL system to translate. So the system has been already implemented and already. So in this event in our university, we will going to use UNL system to translate the Model United Nations Conference.
So you will show us
yes, we will
later today.
demonstrate.
Okay. Thank you.
So this is the dream which will help to break the language barrier.
Good.
So, but the ultimate goal is to also have the artificial intelligence goal to understanding the language for machines so that they can communicate with human beings like we see in the science fictions. So this is the goal. Now, what do you think from that perspective? How UNL may able to help in future? Obviously, UNL is not perfect yet, but in future it will be improving. But if you see in future, how would you expect UNL to help the people?
I have a question about the possible language UNL.
Yeah.
Okay, when it is realized and it will be when it is available in the near future, hopefully.
Yeah.
What? How will people from different countries, different languages, communicate with each other in the street?
Okay.
They
So,
don't have a computer.
well, yeah, we can assume like they will have some kind of smartphone device or something, so they can just simply say it in their own language, and the computer will translate into the other language for them.
So, okay, I hope I get the picture. Okay, and how soon will it be realized? Hopefully,
Hopefully,
in 5 years.
yeah, it's the 5 years joke of machine translation system.
Yes, please,
Yeah.
please refer to 5 years joke.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So actually, in the beginning of computer system, it was a very old dream to have
Yes.
a machine translation system. So in 1950s, when IBM first developed a computer, the supercomputer that time, the
19 when?
1950s.
Okay.
So
50s.
that time, the
More than
researcher,
half a century ago.
right?
Yes.
So that time,
Yes.
one researcher from IBM declared that one day computer will
Declared.
able to translate
Yes.
the languages. So it was a big news. So all the journalists came to him and they asked him, "Okay, so when do we expect computer to able to translate the languages? When we can expect such system?" So he answered, maybe within 5 years. So he said that 60 years ago, and still we know the computer cannot really translate language good enough. So that's where in machine translation research we call it 5 years joke.
Joy and importance of being optimistic.
Exactly.
Good, good, good.
So
Yes.
yeah, your system will be working perfectly within 5 years.
And in fact, in which years?
Well,
In how many years
so
from now?
it actually depends on
Yes.
the people of all the languages, because we already built a core system of the UNL, and now all we have to do is to connect all the world languages, and for that we need the help of all the world linguists and all the world people for help building the dictionaries and languages. So from United Nations, we want to recommend all the countries to use the UNL system and build their own machine translation interface for their own languages. So this is the dream, but I believe it is possible if we all together can work hard and we can collaborate for building and realizing this system for real.
Let's hope. Okay. Now, let's return to the second importance. The second point of the importance of this event, IMLD. Before we are given UNL,
Yes.
UNL. all we can do is, in order to communicate with peoples from the world,
Yeah.
when people speaking different languages meet on the street and communicate with each other, they can't help but use one language, and obviously it is English.
Yeah.
And so this event is now held and was held in a University of Electro Communications, Tokyo. And I'm very sorry to say very bluntly that I observe that the majority of our students honestly don't like to study English.
Yeah.
English. Partly it's my fault, but anyway, okay. Uh, they recognize, I believe, that they will inevitably have to go to English, use English in their future career, in academic, in environment, industry, in many aspects of their life.
Yeah.
But the reality is that they feel some kind of inferiority complexes against the English language, the lingua
The lingua
franca, yes,
Yeah.
of the present day.
Yeah.
But when they come to this event and experience dancing, music, food, drink, and talk with people from how many countries? 10 countries or more than 10 countries?
Around 30 countries.
Oh, 30 countries.
Yeah.
Of course, students can communicate with them in Japanese,
Yeah.
and if they don't mind in English. And I believe that those students and citizens, people, young and old, will enjoy this event and feel the joy of communicating with peoples from the world.
Yeah.
And eventually, and as a result, our students and people
Yeah.
in general, Japanese people in general, would like to communicate with many peoples in the world, and for communication with those peoples from the world, they will turn to English in hope that they will, with a little more effort
Yeah.
of English study, they will be able to communicate with peoples very comfortably.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So I think, this discussion is in English, but the students who actually do not like to speak in English will never watch this video. So for them, for inviting them to this event, what would be your message to them in Japanese language?
In Japanese language.
Yeah.
But before going to that, the third message from me,
Okay.
the significance of this event.
Yeah.
Okay. Last year, this event started in this university thanks to the enthusiastic appeal to other students and many students in UEC and Tokyo University of Foreign Studies started this project, and I hope this event will be spread to many other universities, many other institutions, many other communities in Japan and in the world. And I do hope many people in the world consider the importance of diversity in the world in which the English language goes to the world, but any language is important. Many people will consider recognize the importance of this, the fact that diversity is essential in this globalized world.
Yes.
Now, the message in Japanese
Yes.
To Japanese students, UEC
Yeah.
students.
Yeah.
Can I start?
Yeah.
今アノワル君と何年か前に知り合ったアノワル君と英語で、僕日本語で喋って今本当に気が楽です。英語はやっぱりしんどい、正直言って緊張します間違いますしね、言葉間違えますし、まあでもね、実はアノワル君日本語上手だけど、まあ英語で、僕は彼と日本語でまず話をしません。英語で、なぜか英語でちょっと話をします。なんだろう、英語ってそんなに難しく考えなくてもいいんじゃないですかね。いや、勉強のための英語ってのは本当にまあ辛いですよね。だからそうじゃなくて、英語でちょっとでもね、ペラペラなんか喋る必要ないです。ワールドの方が僕より英語ずっと上手です。これはもうはっきり見て分かった通りで、どうしようもない。僕英語の先生ですけどね、恥ずかしいけど彼の方がずっと英語上手です。でもそれいいですよいいんですよまあ開き通りだけどね、下手でもいいです。通じればね。で彼ちゃんと理解しましたからねと思いますのでだからみんなをね、電通の学生は僕よりちょっと英語が下手ですけど、多くの人、僕より上手な日本人学生も何人も知ってますけど、何十人も知ってますけど、ちょっとでもね英語できたら、あれなんていうかな、ボソボソって英語喋ったら楽しいですよ。僕は去年、一昨年かな、カンボジアとハノイに行きました。ベトナムに、どちらの言語を全く知りません。だから英語、ホテルの人とも街の人とも買い物は英語です。楽しかったです。それから去年、ですね、インドネシアとマレーシアに行きましたけど、やはり英語で、やっぱりだから英語はちょっとでもね多少なりとも話せたら、あれ話そうと気になったら、皆さんなんか英語ってもう私はダメだ、僕はできないって思い込んでるからね、なんかますます縮こんでしまうけど、みんなが大学になって入って始めたドイツ語とか中国語、ロシア語、フランス語、韓国朝鮮語に比べたら皆さん英語の方がはるかにできますよ。これは僕はなんていうのか、茶化してるんじゃありません。やっぱり曲がりなりも中学1年生からやってきた英語っていうのは全然話せないと絶対ないですよ。だからまあ今日の行事を通じていろんな国の人でいろんな文化があるんだなっていうことを知って出かけるといいですね。実はさっきこの今インタビュー取ってる数時間前に1年生の、何々君に会いました。で彼は、試験が終わった、らもう早速なんて言ったかな、タイとマレーシアに行くんだそうです。去年の夏も実は大学1年生ですよ。去年の夏もタイがなんかできっかけで好きになっていって、今年もまた行きたい。それからそれに加わったのがマレーシアだそうです。2週間行ってくるんだそうだけど、いいですよね。僕は1泊でもいい。朝着いて一日中そこで遊んで街の人と話をして1泊して、次の日また1日遊んで夜の飛行機に帰ってくると2日丸々使えますよ。一度経験するといいと思いますね。臆病がらずに怖がらずに。でアジアの国は生活も安いし、時間もかからないし、いいですよ。本当勧めますね。 ぜひ、